You wake up, same room, same ceiling, same morning light coming through the same window. Everything looks identical to yesterday, except your phone. Your phone is doing something it has never done before. Every notification is a bank alert, not hundreds, not millions. $1 trillion. Transferred, confirmed, yours. And the first thing you feel is not joy. It is silence. A silence so complete it feels like the world just stopped making noise. Because for the first time in your entire life, every single problem that money can solve is gone. All of them. At once. And you just lie there, staring at the ceiling, because your brain has never had to exist without financial fear before. And it does not know what to do with the absence of it. The first hour is not what you imagined. You do not call anyone. You do not book a flight. You do not buy anything. You just sit with it. Because $1 trillion is not a number your brain can actually process. 1,000,000 seconds is 11 days. 1,000,000,000 seconds is 31 years. 1,000,000,000,000 seconds is 31,000 years. That is what just landed in your account. And somehow, sitting in the same room you have always sat in, it does not feel real yet. By hour 2, something shifts. You open your phone and start making a list. Not a shopping list, a people list. The first 10 names that come to mind are not celebrities, not strangers, not causes. They are the faces of specific people who are struggling right now. Family, friends, people you have watched carry weight they should not have to carry. And you realize something that surprises you. The first instinct of a person who suddenly has everything is to think about the people who do not. By noon, you have left the house. Not in a helicopter, not in a convoy. You walk outside exactly like you always do. And the world looks the same. The man sleeping on the bench was always there. The single mom working 3 jobs was always there. The kid who cannot afford college was always there. Money did not change what you see. It changed what you are finally able to do about it. The same streets, the same faces, the same noise. But you see it completely differently. Because now you understand something about money that you could not have understood before you had it. Money does not change what you see. It changes what you are able to do about what you see. The person sleeping on that bench was always there. You just now have the ability to do something about it that actually lasts. By mid-afternoon, the fantasy begins. Because once the quiet wears off, it comes fast. First the calls. Your phone starts ringing from numbers you do not recognize. Lawyers, advisors, managers, journalists, old friends you have not spoken to in years who somehow already know. You buy a building just to have somewhere private to think. Not a house, a building. You call an architect and describe exactly what you want and they say yes before you finish the sentence. You book a flight, not a seat on a flight. Your flight, your plane, your route, you land somewhere with no agenda, no schedule, no alarm to set. You sit on a terrace somewhere warm and you order food and nobody brings you a bill. And that moment, though that specific moment of no bill arriving, is the first time it actually feels real. By evening, the philosophical part arrives, and nobody warns you about this part. You are sitting somewhere extraordinary. You have spent more money today than most people will see in 10 lifetimes. And the question that arrives is not what do I buy next? It is who do I become now? Because money at this level does not give you freedom from decisions. It gives you freedom to make only the decisions that matter. Every trivial choice. What to eat, where to go, what to wear, how to get there, evaporates. And what is left behind are the only decisions that were ever real. Who do you want to be? What do you want to build? Who do you want to become when survival is no longer the question? And sitting there, with $1 trillion and an empty evening, you realize something quietly devastating. Most people spend their entire lives making decisions about survival, and never once get to make a decision about meaning. That is what $1 trillion actually buys you. Not the jet, not the building, not the terrace. The right to finally ask the question your whole life has been too loud to hear. Who are you? When you have nothing left to be afraid of. You do not need $1 trillion to ask that question. You just need to stop letting the noise of survival drown it out. That is what this channel is about. Not the fantasy of wealth, the clarity that lives on the other side of it. Spidey got RM, remade, subscribe.